viewers, it's Maroth, and welcome to a little bit of a different kind of episode. In a previous video that I did a video called Primal Life, if you have seen it. If not, I'll leave a link to that in the description. But pretty much, in a long story short, it's a simulation where you can pretty much be a dinosaur. Now, as I was talking to some friends and just general online, it's like kind of split between a lot of people that know what Second Life is slash heard of it, maybe not have used it, or have heard of it, used it, whatever. And then there's also a huge chunk of people that when I've talked about Second Life before, they have no idea what it is or never heard of it or anything. So this video is just kind of going to explain how to get yourself a Second Life account, and if you're interested in Primal Life, I'll show you how to do that as well. So first of all, the very first thing, if you haven't done this part, you can't just jump straight into Primal Life. You have to have an account. Even before you download the viewer, you got to have an account. So for easy reference, I'm going to go ahead and make just an easy brand new avatar thing. So we're going to go to secondlife.com, and it's going to bring you to it's going to bring you to this website here. Now, if you have an account, you can easily just sign in or whatever. Or if you have an account, you can already skip this step. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, we'll click join now. Okay. Now, Second Life has definitely changed through the excuse me. Now, Second Life has definitely changed through the course of the years. When I first joined, there was none of this. You picked, I think, like an avatar from a drop-down menu or something, and it had various things of last names. But now this is kind of neat. You got like a 3D view of what people might, what avatar you might like. Now you can be more than just humans from the start. You can be vampires, zombies, that kind of cool stuff. Zombies actually kind of neat. Well, anyway, let's see. You can even be people. Classic. Let's see. The classic ones that I remember were none of these, except maybe her, and she was not even. She had more of a 2D outfit. Like I said, I'm from the old school viewer 1.23. This is viewer something or another. I think like viewer 3 or something. Anyway. Not really important. So, you know what? I'm going to go with something different. I'm going to go ahead and be a zombie. Yeah. I'm going to choose this avatar. Okay, so yeah, you go to choose this avatar, and this is where you enter your username. I'm just going to call it, there we go, Roth YouTube. Check availability. It's available. Next step. Okay. Now then, you enter in your email address and everything. I'm going to go ahead and you can use any email, whether you have like a Hotmail or a Comcast or Yandex or anything. Just enter in your email, date of birth, all that good stuff. Once you're done with all your information and putting in the username and password and all that good stuff, you're going to click Create Account, and then now you get to choose. You can do free, which you can have your own avatar, and the entirety of the Second Life grid or the world or whatever you want to call it is yours to explore, except for, if somebody puts up a block line or a ban line, make it a private residence, or that you have to pay to get in, well, that's different. But generally speaking, there is a set of land that you can't enter if you're free. That those are sandboxes, things that you can build stuff on and bring out items to. When you get to become a premium, as you can see here, you have your own avatar, Second Life World. You got a little tiny house, which I might even show you mine. It's really easy, and exclusive stuff. You can have like 24/7 online live support chat. The list goes on. But really, if you select free, you're not going to miss out on anything. Trust me, Second Life is pretty much open to everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and select that. Okay, now this is where Second Life gets a little interesting because normally when you play a game or whatever, you download their clients or their launchpad or anything like that, and you play their system. Now, Second Life gives you something a little bit different. You can download and install their client, their viewer, as they call it, and play Second Life on that. But if you don't like it, you can go to various what they call third-party viewers. Now, Second Life has done a great job. Linden Labs, the creators of Second Life, have done a great job being Second Life and pretty much bringing it to us. Now, I for one don't like the new viewers that came out. I'm an old school person, so I use something called Singularity Viewer. Again, you can just download, install it, and as soon as you install it and it's ready to go, you just click play. Okay, so anyway, now before you do anything, like if you want to do, say, Primal Life, you're going to have to log in here, because the reason why is mainly you're going to need a thing called Lindens, which is really, it's just their currency. So I'll show you how to do that as well. First of all, you're going to want to log in, and since it's your first thing of Second Life, by continuing to log in, you gotta accept their terms and conditions. Just agree to it. You can always, if you need to know what all their rules and all the laws they have down in Second Life, you could always look it up. All right, so now you're gonna want to click Accounts, and you're gonna try to connect to Billing Information. Now this is where everything. Now I'm not gonna obviously put in my credit card information or nothing, because I don't want that stuff getting hacked, but pretty much this is where you're going to go and build everything. Get ready for payment. Now, you don't have to spend real money on this. You can actually get a job in Second Life, and people will pay you lindens based on what you do. You could be like a DJ, you could be a designer, you can any kind of job you can think of. It's probably going to be there in Second Life. So that is another way to do it. You can get paid in-world without spending a single dime. But I won't cover that, mainly because there's just a lot of like subcategories to go into. This is the quickest and easiest way for people who have a debit card. Even if you don't want to use a debit card, if you don't trust it, you can always go to, say, a Kroger or a Bullock's or any kind of supermarket, buy a prepaid card, like a like a $25 or $50 prepaid Visa card, and then slap that on there, and it'll still work. So that is cool. Okay, so once, let's say you have Second Life downloaded, you're gonna want to go down here and then enter Second Life. Since you use whatever Second Life viewer you want, you can use Firestorm, Singularity, Imprudence, or whatever viewer that you have, Control Alt Studio, anything. I mean, there are dozens of viewers out there for just about anything you think of, but the core aspect is the same. It logs you into Second Life. If you are a new character, I believe you have to type in resident, and you might not. I mean, you can always experiment and find out. It's not going to destroy your account. Okay, so we are in. Now, just give it a moment for it to load. SLL handshake failed. Alright, well, we're not going to worry about that. They're just going to give you like a full-on tutorial. This HUD here, I believe, is temporary. So all you got to do for this part is, again, if you're new to Second Life, just follow the tutorial. It's usually really quick. If you complete all the tasks here, you will be rewarded, and you will visit Social Island. I have no idea what Social Island is. Alright, so this tutorial is even different from before, because I used, the first one, it was just an island, and it just gave you, like, note cards and stuff. It was very basic, and then it went from that to, like, an adventure towards an old island, and then it teleported you. So, for Second Life, okay, anyway, for Second Life, you go to map, let's say you want to go to a different area, you go to map, you click that, which is down here for Singularity viewers. Now, if it's another one, I'm sorry, I don't know how to use it. That's why I brought you to the Singularity. Anyway, and then you go here, which is Social Island 7, or whatever your map name's going to be. You're going to want to erase that. It's going to be your third box, by the way. It's going to be the third box down. And then you're going to type in Fort Nowhere. Yep, there we go. And then that's it. You hit enter, and then come back. Also keep in mind that you're going to want to read the rules for per sim, because again, with Second Life, you're going to be given the opportunity to do just about anything, and that means you can make rules for certain sims or simulations or parcels of land or whatever it is those people own or you own. So, out of courtesy, the sim rules at Fort Nowhere can be found right here at the entrance. You can even pause that, read it if you like. Just make sure, because you can get kicked out Yeah, or whatever punishment, not punishment. Well, yeah, whatever course of action they deem is necessary. Okay, so this will take you to the land of the dinosaurs. But anyway, let's go here first. You're gonna want to have a dinosaur avatar, which, by the way, we can take a look at some of these. This is an iconic T-Rex, I think it is, or Rexy is what the guy called it. It was the DNA something. I'm so blurry, it's so pixelated. You gotta wait for a second to let it load. That's the only thing with Second Life is the textures do take time to load, so you gotta be patient with it at times. There we go. Genetic Park Edition. But anyway, it is a an inspiration kind of thing, which is kind of neat. I mean, I really do like that. And then you have the, for those of you who know what that is, Second Life has its own version called the Untamable King. Again, very beautiful avatar. But still the question remains is how do you go about buying one of these things? Well, that is up here. You're going to want to go to a thing what they call a vendor. Now, if you've done Second Life, you're going to, you're going to want to, you probably will already know this, but for those of you who don't, this box right here, it says Plesiosaurus or whatever it's going to say up here with a golden light going glowing around it. That's your vendor. Now, not all vendors are going to have glowing lights. Again, this is all designed by the creator. This is not standard. So there is actually no standard. It's whatever you create. Now now that we're here at Dawn Kingdoms, let's say if you want Plesiosaurus, that's fine. But just for the sake of this video, if you want a different dinosaur, you got previous and next buttons. You click those, and then that will take you to a different dinosaur, like a Pteranodon or a Spinosaurus, which that was me in my last video. Let's say you want to do a Stegosaurus. So, in order to buy it, you gotta have payment info, be it a Linden card, not Linden, I wish they did those, be it a prepaid Visa card or your debit card, or just have a chunk of Lindens, which for those on Singularity, that's going to be in a bright green number at the very top right corner. As you can see, that $0, that means I'm broke. But anyway, let's say I have money. You pay it, you right click, oh I better rewind. Okay, so this main part here where the Stegosaurus is at, you right click that, then you click pay from this pie menu, and then there you go. It's 2,000 Lindens, which I think is several, I think that's like, no more than $5 to $8 in real cash. I mean, it's not really that expensive, but it can add up if you keep on buying lots of Lindens. Okay, let's just say that, okay, ignore all this for a second. We've just bought the item. You're going to get these two items, excuse me. Okay, this here is your info and fact. Make sure you read and keep that if you like, because it gives you more information. Okay, so anyway, when you get it, you're going to get something called, yeah, you're going to get something in here called Dawn Kingdoms GE T-Rex Mesh 1.4. Now this part here, you're going to need a res zone. That can be your own home, it could be a sandbox, but since I'm in my own home, we'll just go here. You left click the Dawn Kingdoms dinosaur that you want, and then hold it, left click and hold, and then you drag it to the floor. Not to your avatar, because that will make you wear it. You drag it to the floor, and then that's it. There you are. You got this part. Now you just left click it once, just like that. Alright, left click it, and it'll say the egg begins to glow with a gentle light. And you'll notice like all these particles just start zooming over to your avatar, which I'm invisible right now, so yeah, do mind that. Okay. So now that we have that, you keep all the items that it gives you. Alright, now to clean this up, because it's best always to do keep or delete. If it's no copy, I recommend that you keep it. Actually, I always recommend that you choose take every time, because you never know when you might need that. But let me go to a sandbox here. Sandbox. Excuse me. Alright, this will actually help you if you don't have land. Sandbox. Type in Sandbox Island. Hit enter. And you can choose any one of these. I usually choose the first one because it's decent. I mean, the whole land is in a large spot where you can res stuff. So, anyway, whoa. Okay, sorry people. And giant invisible T-Rex, just don't mind me. I'm not going to chomp you. Anyway, okay. So let's say you did all that, right? Now go to the T-Rex base outfit. Wear that first. Actually, choose right-click it. Choose Replace Outfit. And you'll see whatever your avatar you had on. Your camera's going to go like all over the place. Don't worry, that's normal. It's just resetting itself to your avatar height. Now then, do not wear this. That's your extras. The next part is T-Rex mesh. Now this is the important part. You right-click it, and you choose Add Items or Add to Outfit, whichever it says. Make sure it says Add and not Replace or Wear, because that's going to take off all the attachments that you have. Because what you don't see, believe it or not, and I'll show you, the base outfit. Oh well. Oops, excuse me. I guess you can't see it, but anyway, yeah. What you don't see is you're wearing an avatar override. This little blue dinosaur thing, which is part of your avatar override. It's the core part, but the mesh part, that is what you're going to see. So yeah, you click Add Items, and then boom, API controller. There you go. Now you are a mighty T-Rex, or perhaps a majestic parasaur. I can't even pronounce that. But anyway, or an ankylosaur, anything, any kind of dino. And it works about the same for just about any avatar you get, depending on some slight variation. Sometimes you just right-click, open, and then copy to inventory, and as opposed to just left-clicking it. So do keep that in mind whenever you're becoming a different avatar or getting clothes or something. So now that we're a T-Rex, you're going to need Primal Life, and I will show you how to do that. After you bought Primal Life, you can go into your recent tab, or you can just type it up here, Primal Life. Alright, and just left click and drag that to the ground, and these are one of the, sometimes a creator will provide a script where it just automatically just sends it to you so you don't have to click. Boom, there you go. Okay, and there's your Primal Life. It's going to be right there. It's, you know, and if you have a whole bunch of stuff, you can always just choose recent items, and it should pop up there as well. But since that is not the case, just go ahead, right-click that, and again, Add Items or Add to Outfit. Okay, now you can have a landmark which tells you where you can go. Lets you teleport. Okay. So there you go. You are now a dinosaur. Pretty cool. But your HUD isn't fully ready yet. Now, on the lower left-hand screen, currently, it might change at some point or time, but currently, and as it's been for most of the Dawn Kingdom's avatars, you're going to want to left-click that. And then there you go. You can have commands, which that will show you your worn. We're going to go back down to Fort Nowhere. Oh, whoops, yeah, you gotta be careful when you're typing in, because it is not case sensitive, but it definitely is character sensitive. So you get, if there's a space in an odd place, you gotta put it. Granted, nowhere is a compound. Wow, okay. There we go, there's the sounds. But yeah, granted, nowhere is a compound where there is no space. But anyway, you get the point. Okay, so now... So it'll start you off at level 1. You can have all this stuff. So anyway, now this is where the final chapter is of this tutorial. You're going to want to go to a piece of land, which that's right here. Okay, so once you're actually up there, all you gotta do, I believe, is just walk up to the portal here that this guy created, Wanders Nowhere, and it should, yep, it'll automatically take you. You have kelp gardens, fossil reef. Okay, so yeah, you have prehistoric plains, kelp gardens, the fossil reef, which that's another ocean. Plains is land, so if you're like a brachiosaur or T-Rex or whatever, each place is, you have Crustaceous Canyon and the Abyss Caves, which we've been to Crustaceous Canyon, but for the sake of it, let's just go here. All you do is just walk right into it. Huh. Okay. And as you can see, when you first enter this part of land, it's going to be barren, so don't freak. It's there. There you go, as you can tell. Pretty sure we remember this from the last episode, if you've seen it before. If not, Welcome to Dawn Kingdoms. You are a mighty dinosaur. Yes, you're going to get hit with a large wall of text, especially if you're one of these avatars. That's just the computer working its way and making sure. But anyway, there you go. You are now a mighty dinosaur, so happy stopping and chomping. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to stick around because plenty more is coming. And until next time, YouTube viewers, stay tuned.